In our first season in the Championship with Salford, we finished in 12th place. Then last season we moved up into 10th place, and this year we are predicted to finish in 13th place. Now, what would a logical manager do? Go out, strengthen his squad, make sure that he really gets that push he needs to help them get into those playoff positions? No, I made 3 free signings and then 3 other signings last season that have now come in. I swear it's not my fault. Hello guys, and welcome back to the 58th episode of the FM21 Salford City Save, where today we are playing our first game in the league against Blackburn, which, by the way, is a team that we faced in our last season, last game. You know what I'm trying to say, Then we're going to face Portsmouth at home, and hopefully we can pick up some points to get us off to a brilliant start. Also, I'm hoping to make some transfers this time, because, as you know, in the last episode, if you didn't watch it, make sure you check it out. We didn't make as many signings as we planned. We made a lot of money in the outs category because we sold Adar for £25 million, and I still think I should be happy about that, but I miss the man already. But we've got to work with what we've got, and hopefully we can find some more players as the transfer window goes on. That's what I've been saying the whole time, so I'm hoping it happens. Make sure that you do like this video. I mean, it could give us some good luck to find some players. I mean, honestly, I'm willing to try anything. So if we could get 8 likes to start this season off, that would be insane. Hopefully we can win this game straight off the bat. And you know what? Without any further ado, we're going to jump into it because nothing's happened since last time. Maybe I should go over our pre-season. It's been pretty average. 2 draws against teams that we probably should have beaten, but we did rotate our squads quite a lot during those games, so let's not get too hard on ourselves. And this is the squad that we're going to start the season with. It is different to what I said we were going to start the season with before. We've got a couple of players that we don't really want to be starting in those roles, especially Greg and De Silva. So left back and right back are definitely priorities, but I've definitely got some players sorted for that. Don't worry, trying to make sure they get across the line though. But excluding those 2 players in here, this team is full of players that used to play for our club. In fact, De Silva's been here for absolutely ages. He's one of the first signings we ever made in this series, and he's still at the club. So good to see a bit of a club legend hanging around still. But our bench is pretty stacked. We've got Ronchia, also potentially, no, Ronchia, that's not how you pronounce it at all, Ranocchia, potentially making his debut. I like that he can play CDM or in central midfield. We've got a couple of players on the bench that maybe do deserve some squad time later in the season, but for now this is what we're starting the year with, and hopefully it is enough to get us a win early on in the season, because we've always been pretty bad early in the season. So I'd like to start off with a bang today, and we're going to give our good players some good squad numbers. Ronchia is going to have number 15. And without any further ado, let's jump into it, and hopefully we can come away with a win in this game. I'm very hopeful of this season. This is meant to be our promotion push. So let's go out and do what we're capable of. Let's start with an early goal. Take the edge off, get the win, and get all 3 points in the bag. Go straight to the top of the table, keep winning every single game, and then get promoted to the Premier League. I feel like that sounds like a pretty easy plan when I say it like that. Although their header that just went over the bar has made me think maybe it won't be as simple as that. But we've had a shot as well, to be fair, and our XG was higher, so I don't know why that highlight wasn't shown personally, but that's alright. You win some, you lose some, and I'm hoping that we can see more opportunities going our way in this game. Right now it does look like another opportunity is going Blackburn's way though, as they whip a good ball in, but we get to it, so I guess it wasn't that good of a ball in the end. They whip another ball in, and now they come in with a shot, but Much is able to collect it, and we're going to move on to a positive mentality. By the way, still using the exact same tactic as we always have used. Yeah, okay, I was about to say it's never failed me. It kind of has, but we're rolling with it for at least one more season. Well, at least one more season, at least the first few games of this season, and hopefully it does enough to get us into some good positions to start scoring some goals, start winning some games. And we are on a counter-attack here as Shved is looking for a ball into the mixer. Can't find it. I can only find the goalkeeper, and that's the end of that highlight. I am considering already moving to the Gegenpress, because that wasn't too bad when we played with it last season. But Poigmel's on the free kick. Oh, and it goes just wide. I was expecting him to trouble the goalkeeper from there. I imagine the goalkeeper's heart was racing, but didn't exactly go towards the goal. Just went wide of it, obviously. Not really going to be too troubling there. We're going to tell them we're far from pleased with the performance, and we are actually going to change the tactic to the gegenpress just after I'm saying I'm happy with this formation. Nah, let's give it a crack. See what happens. It can't be any worse than in the first half. I mean, the first half wasn't too bad. I mean, we could have conceded like 6 goals, and we didn't do that, so we'll take that. De Silva on the ball, throwing it in. Can't find Gassama. I think we're collecting the ball once again here. Williams, back to Greg. Greg trying to run forward, finds some space, and plays it out to Hunt. That's a great ball, and he has plenty of space. For some reason, he passes it back, but eventually gets it back and whips the ball in. Not the best ball of all time, but we still have it. We're regrouping, we're rebuilding, and we're finding a gap. Gassama's in, and Gassama scores first goal of the season. This man was insane last year, and I have a feeling that he's only going to get better this year. 1-0, 52 minutes gone, and I'm telling you, the gegenpress probably had something to do with that. It seems like we are doing much better in the second half. Oh, well, obviously, we didn't score in the first half, and we've now scored in the second half already. But, hey, that's not always because of the tactic. It's a luck game, realistically. You know, it's all about statistics, and I'm hoping that we increased our probability of winning this game by making those tactical changes. They whip in a ball, and they score as well. Okay, so the defense on the gegenpress maybe isn't as good, and that is probably because it is quite different to what we're usually going with. Edgehill not having a good day at the office to start the season, so Ramsey's going to come on for him on their left-hand side. Hopefully we can bounce back, get the win, and get another goal to make sure that we do actually get that win. Gassama trying to run past some players. This is not a real highlight. I'm not even acting like it is. I've made a tactical change. There we go. There we go. That's what we were all expecting. 65 minutes gone, only 25 minutes to go, and we have an opportunity. It is Greg on the ball, playing it into Hunt. Hunt into Shved, back to Greg, running down the line. Actually, whips the ball in, and Gassama scores the second of the season. That was a beautiful pass by Greg, and I wasn't expecting that from him, especially being a centre-back that we're playing as right-back, but he does definitely have the stats of a right-back as well as a centre-back. He's a very well-rounded player, and hopefully he might even be able to slot in as the new Adar replacement, but we'll have to wait and see who we can bring in and what type of quality they are in comparison to Greg in that right-back position. But for now, he's on the ball. He played it to someone and then to Hunt, and you know he didn't have it when I said that, but he was on the ball for a minute there. Poigmel into Gassama. Gassama moving it forward, finding Shved. Shved plays it back to Greg, who might be whipping in a ball now. No, he plays it back to Williams. Good option. Good option. De Silva into Ramsey, who has just come off the bench. Fresh legs. Playing it into De Silva. Poigmel. And I thought that was going into the back of the net from this angle. It looked like it potentially was going to do exactly that. But unfortunately for us, it goes wide of the post, and we're going to make our second substitution. It's going to be a debut for Ranocchia, and I'm hoping that he will do enough to just hold out this performance, hold out this game for the last few minutes. We're moving down to balance. We have an opportunity. We're currently still on a positive mentality, so if they hit us on a counter-attack, that is why. But Greg very easily picks up the ball there. Gassama on a hat-trick, running into the mixer, goes for the shot. That was an ambitious effort. I would have been very surprised if he managed to score from that angle, and the highlight does end. And I'm just hoping now that we don't see any more highlights. We do. Not ideal. I mean, I'm happy with a 2-1 win away from home to start the season, but if we could get it to 3-1, I'd be even happier. It doesn't go into the mixer quite the way we were expecting, and now Blackburn are on the attack. Amang back to their defenders, but we clear it out. Once again, their defender collects it though, and they could be hitting a ball over the top, but we've actually collected it, and Shved could have played through Gassama, but now he is through, goes for the shot, but that is dribbling wide, and yeah, that was a pretty average highlight to be completely honest with you guys, but I'm making our last tactical substitution with Shved coming off for Bon Giovanni. Hopefully it's enough to hold us out. Don't see any more opportunities. 2 minutes to go, and we have another chance. Poigmel to whip a ball in. If we score from this, I'll be happy. But if they score from this, obviously, I'll be absolutely gutted. Poigmel collects the ball once again. Tries to find a player. Finds Ranocchia, who is trying to get his debut goal. Goes for the shot, but he's now lost the ball. Fought for it back, though. Gassama into Ramsey. And that is enough. 3-1. Surely that is game, set, and match. Gassama with 2 goals and an assist. Jacob Ramsey coming off the bench, scoring a goal. Oh, what's not to like there? Ranocchia, I really thought he was going to lose that there, and I thought they were going to counter-attack us, but he's done enough to keep a hold of the ball, play it into Gassama, and Ramsey is cool and collected. Cool and collected? I think it's calm and collected, but we're going with it. Cool and collected to slot it into the bottom corner. Goalkeeper has no chance, and we have come away with the win. 3-1. Brilliant. Who needs signings? Who even needs them? I think that is the first game. No, I don't think that is the first game of the championship season so far that we have won since we got into the championship. So, I mean, it's only downhill from here, to be honest, but I'm hoping that we can continue building this, continue moving up, and we're up in second place right now. Mate, we are doing brilliantly. Oh my goodness, I'm going to try and make some signings in between now and that. You know what? No, I'm not going to play Portsmouth. I'm going to play West Ham because I feel like that's more interesting. We'll play Portsmouth off camera and then we'll come back for West Ham because it also gives me more time to try and make some signings. So we're going to do that. Simulate Portsmouth, play West Ham, and hopefully we will get some wins in between. And by some wins, I mean there's only one game, so hopefully we'll beat Portsmouth and sign some players. That's crucial too. Who needs signings? Honestly, we're playing amazingly as it is. The gegenpress has completely transformed us as we used it in this game, based off the fact that, you know, in the last game we only started winning when we switched to the gegenpress. So now we're going to rock that up against West Ham. But first, we have actually made some transfers. And first of all, we're going to go over the sales. We got Simple out on loan. He's a very good potential youngster, so I'm hoping that he gets better out on loan in the championship. Laban has gone for £1 million, a player we could never get a work permit for. He's playing in the League One, probably going to be a starting goalkeeper as well. So sad to see him go, but good to get £1 million from him. Mundell. I'm sad to see this guy go because I thought he was going to be an absolutely world-class player in the future. Hasn't gone that way. He was sold him for £130,000. Not a bad fee, but I'm more just happy to get the wages off the bill. But as you can see over here, we've spent £325,000 on a good rotation right back / left back option. He's not going to start right now because actually both of our right and left backs, Greg and De Silva, have both got 2 assists in 2 games. So I can't really complain with their performances right now. This is the squad that we're going with for the game against West Ham, and I am pretty confident in the squad. If we're going to win against them, if we're going to somehow get an upset, it's going to be today with the form that we're in, with the squad that we are using. We've got Gassama, Echil, Bon Giovanni, who came off the bench in the last game and scored a goal. We've also got Poymel, Hunt, Williams, Greg, Fish, Nati, De Silva, and much in between the sticks. Without any further ado, let's jump into it, and we could be seeing a debut for this youngster. Not banking on it, but hey, it could definitely happen, and he's a great signing for only £325,000. Probably not quite a starter just yet, but definitely a good signing. Go and carry out from where we left off last time, and hopefully we can move up into first place. We're currently in second place in the league, which is insane for us. Early on, it looks like West Ham are going to be the dominant side, and I will quickly change back to our normal tactic if the gegenpress is seeming too positive. But so far, it's looking like an even-ish affair, so we'll see what happens, and hopefully we get an opportunity of our own within the first half, because right now it is looking like a bland affair. 30 minutes gone and absolutely nothing happening, but we do finally see our first opportunity, our first highlight, and it looks like it could be going West Ham's way as they're moving the ball forward quite well, but Hunt almost collects it there. Unfortunately for us, they're still running forward. Gordon's been on the ball for quite some time, plays it back, and they're still knocking it around. Probably going to get a shot at the end of it as they find space on the right-hand side, whipping the ball in, and how we've gone down is absolutely beyond me. But to be fair, that man Gordon, he started the move. He did a massive run, and the ball's been whipped in there, and he's put the finishing touch on it. It's unlucky. We haven't played bad, but we are 1-0 down, and hopefully we can turn it around in the second half, as I don't think there's going to be another highlight. No, there is. Hopefully we can turn it around here. Screw the second half. Gassama, mate, you just got to get that one on target, and it's a goal. Oh, that is disappointing. Half-time. We're playing all right, but I'm going to tell them that I'm far from pleased with the performance. Greg's not happy about it, but everyone else seems happy, and I'm hoping that that will be enough to get us across the line to get a goal, and hopefully get ourselves back onto level terms. Maybe even push for a win. Oh, that's being a little optimistic. We're going to move on to a positive mentality. With only half an hour to go, we've got to make sure that we're going for this. Our debutant is coming on Is it Juanola? Is that right? That sounds about right. Juan. That makes Juan. I think I'm right here. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. Hopefully, he has a good debut and maybe even gets an assist, as we need to get this opportunity. I'm not sure if it's going to happen with this formation, so I'm moving to this. Gassama in there. We'll stay on the Gegenpress. Will we? Let's try the tiki-taka for like 5 minutes, and we'll 10 minutes, and then we'll Gegenpress in the last few. If nothing happens, Hunt's going to come off, and Poigmal can stay on, but I'm definitely keeping an eye on his fitness. He is a top quality player for us. Need to make sure that he is fit. That hasn't done anything. Moving straight back to the Gegenpress, and we are actually going to bring Poigmal off. Okay, Gegenpress. Shved can come on. Bon Giovanni move down into that role. Sounds good. Let's do it. Let's get this goal. We have an opportunity. De Silva playing it into Williams, but we lose it. And this could be a counter-attacking opportunity for them. Great tackle, but can't quite collect the ball. Diop, I don't think that's the centre-back Diop, but he's running forward, shoots and scores. If that's the centre-back Diop, I will be appalled. There's no way. That can't be the centre-back Diop. That must be a different one. That must be. No, okay, good. They have 2 Diops. I was going to say, I'm not happy that they've scored, but I'm happy that we didn't at least concede an absolute wonder goal from their centre-back. But against West Ham, a very good side. I think they just got relegated from the Premier League. It's not the worst result. 2-0 away from home. It's going to happen. As long as we bounce back, come away with a win in our next game, that's all we need. And apparently we've got a deal that might be done soon. So keep an eye out for that. I'll do those negotiations off camera. I'll just double check. West Ham were relegated last year. No, they actually finished 5th. They're definitely a better side than us. But yeah, still a game that we probably wouldn't be expecting to win. They are expected to win the league. So yes, I'm okay with that result, and hopefully we can keep moving up the table, keep getting some form, even if it is just in our home games. That is enough to make sure that we are potentially going to be in and around that race for playoff positions. But for now, that is where we're ending this episode. Make sure you have liked this video if you have enjoyed it. What did I say before? I said 8 likes. That would be awesome. Subscribe if you're new around here for daily-ish Football Manager 2021 content. And we'll see you guys later.